were you coming here on Friday anyway, or you only gonna?
Oh, wait, I'm muted. I need the little thingy. Here you go.
Okay, what's that?
Maybe do I need to make you host?
I don't think, am I muted? Can y'all hear me?
No, you're not muted.
Can you all hear the words coming out of my mouth?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna be different than any instructor y'all have ever had. So we're gonna have some participation today. We're not gonna be at the bait shop with a bunch of crickets, okay? Just so y'all know. Right, Lydia?
Absolutely. I made you host so you can admit people and do whatever you need to do.
Okay, well, first of all, I just found out that I was teaching yesterday afternoon. We had one of our instructors not feeling well. So. But it's gonna be fun.
You'll rock
gonna be
it.
fun.
You always do good.
I got my clicker. Do you want me to do that? I don't know. Okay, let me get all situated here. Okay, I think I'm ready. Are y'all ready? Where's all those faces?
She rolled back in the picture. That was funny.
Lydia's all afraid not to be in the picture now.
I don't like myself on camera. I hate it.
Me either. Me
But throw a camera phone in front of me or a regular camera, then I'll be posing.
Me either. Good morning. I don't like myself on camera either, but here we are. Yeah. So, okay. We'll give everybody just a couple more minutes, and then we're gonna get started.
Um, 12.2. Is Kenny in there? Is he? Let me say, I don't know if you realize what time he's been.
All right. How's everybody doing today?
I'm going back up to my desk. Bye.
All right, well, we're gonna get started because I'm just anxious to get started. So I'm Tammy Ramsey, and I am the team leader here in our Heartland Market Center here in Elizabethtown. So I am super excited to be teaching today, and I'm gonna teach session 12, which is about strengthening relationships. So that's why we're not going to be crickets today, because we're all together from different market centers, and we're gonna strengthen our relationships with each other today too. Okay, so I am going to have Cindy help me with the clicker. And my favorite thing to do is if I need her to move the next slide, you're going to hear me go beep, beep, which aggravates most people, but I think it's hysterical. So anyway, all right. So how are we going to start? And I'm not your tech trainer. So I'm the team leader because I'm not the tech trainer because I'm not qualified, but my pay grade. So.
Oh, wait, hang on. People
Okay.
are waiting to get-
Uh-oh,
Who's
wait.
letting them in?
I think we can let them in. If you view it. See,
Well, I didn't know if we were.
I was
so we're
letting them in a
hosting?
minute ago,
Okay, so we're hosting.
I guess. Okay. This is gonna be fun, y'all.
Isn't it?
There we go. Oh, look, there was Sasquatch walking through that dark shadow. It's like a dark shadow.
He is.
I know. He's like. Okay.
Okay, so you should have an email
I should.
with That's how everybody's been getting their
Oh, that's not my
slides.
computer.
I know. Everybody's getting their slides through their email, so I don't know.
You can do it from the email where you got where you're supposed to present, just go to the.
Oh,
other
she
one.
knows. She
Okay,
did
how-
it.
how do I do it?
You have to go to your email.
On
You have to
there?
log into your email.
How do I log on there?
You can add. Can I have the mouse?
Have 1 second, guys.
Hang on,
I mean, I just wrote it all down.
we're gonna mute until we
Just
get
1 second.
situated.
We're having a technical difficulty. 1 second.
You're unmuted.
Okay, let's start again. Here we go. Sorry, I didn't know I had to have, I thought it was all like on here, guys. Okay, so today's session, by the end of today, we are going to be able to apply the principles for leads to contacts, create a 36 to convert touch plan, design and use MOFR messages that generate interest, and devise a strategy to increase the number of contacts in our database. So we're going to take, a few minutes and just talk about some ideas about what you'd like to learn today from those 4 kind of bullet points. So what are some areas from those 4 bullet points that you find in your business right now that you feel like is lacking or that you're struggling with? Is it the 36 touch? Is it MOFR messages? Is it a strategy to increase the number in your database? Any of those areas struggle for anybody?
Yeah, I'm a new agent. What's the messages you said, the second thing? The
The MOFR?
yeah.
That is, I always get turned around on that. That is messages of, stands for messages of, what is that? Messages of, for informational responses, I think is what it stands for. I always get confused. Hang on. People always ask me. Yeah, I know.
It doesn't say what it is.
It does, yeah, it does in mine. Oh, goodness. Make offer, it's make offer for immediate response. So it can be an example such as, where did I write that? So, hey, the interest rate just dropped. Call me today so we can talk about what that means for your buying power. So it's almost like MOFR is the new catchphrase instead of a call to action. We used to say, make sure you put a call to action button in. Now, make offer for immediate response. So we used to say, always make sure you put a call to action in there. Call to action, call me now. Pick your phone and reach out to me, email me now. Now it's more of a specific, like, hey, the interest rates just dropped. Hey, this great house on your street just went on the market. I know you were looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Call me if we want. Call me and let's go see it today. So it's a specific like call to action. It kind of spurs them for that immediate response to reach out and call you or get in touch with you right now. And I'm still stuck in that whole mode of call to action. So I get kind of like the MOFR thing is like, and I kind of think of other things. And then I get tangled up on. I always want to say, I always want to make it mean something else instead of make offer, because I think of a make offer as like a contract.
A contract.
And I always want to say, to me, I'm always like call to action, a call to action button. Call me now, because we used to put that on our Facebook posts,
Right.
At the very end, call me right now. Or when we would describe things in the MLS, don't let this one get away. Call today to schedule your private showing. That would be like a MOFR.
And that's coming up in.
Mhm.
here.
Okay. So the course overview, so this is, so this is like, so we've had keep every lead, follow up with leads last week, and then today's session, as I said, is to strengthen the relationships. So, okay, so and I don't know
Yours
how
don't
this-
match up to
they
mine.
don't match up to yours, do they? Okay. So we want to talk a little bit about what mindset do you have to successfully nurture relationships with contacts. So people work with agents who have a close emotional proximity to them when they're strong, when they're at their strongest time of need. So you've probably heard people talk about, they open up that closet and all the stuff falls out, or they can't put one more thing in that closet and they're like, we are done. We are selling this house. And they're like, call that realtor. Well, what realtor is that? The one that's at top of mind. So, and the average person knows how many realtors? Who knows the answer to that?
7 of them.
Yeah, it's about 7 to 8 realtors. So the important thing is we can't control when people reach that point of wanting to transact, but what we can control is how frequent we stay in that emotional proximity and the intensity with which we stay in that emotional proximity to them.
Can they hear you? The speakers over there.
Can y'all hear me okay? This one, I mean, I kind of talk loud, so typically people don't have any trouble hearing me.
You can just move the barrel over this way, just to be, we had to do that with.
I'll move there. Okay.
Yeah, you were loud.
Surprise.
So a good example of that is the like FISBOs. So I could call a FISBO today and they'd be like, no, we're not ready to sell. We're not ready to sell. We're gonna do it ourselves. We're gonna do it ourselves. And 2 days from now, Cindy could call that same FISBO and they'd be like, come list me. Come, yeah, we're taking appointments. We're tired of messing with it because the last 2 days, people have probably called them a million times. Agents have probably called them a million times. They're sick of the phone calls. They've had looky-loos come in who are not pre-approved. They have no time to themselves. They can't sell it. They're discouraged. And so that is when they've reached that point of we're tired of messing with it. And Cindy got to them during that emotional moment and she stayed close to them. And that's when they were ready to transact. So that is what is so important, to stay close to your people so that the minute they're ready, you're the top of mind agent, especially when they know, 7 to 8 real estate agents. So at any given time, you never know when that moment's going to happen. Well, I don't know if this matches up. So. Okay. So who wants to read that for me? I'm not. I have to talk for 2 hours. So
Know that growth comes from clarity, priorities, and focused action.
So that comes from Gary Keller from the book Shift. So that is going to be part of your 36 touch. That's going to be part of all your touches and all of the actions that you take to be close to your clients. So it comes from clarity around how you're going to touch your clients and how you're going to stay close to them, having priorities on what you're going to put into action and what you're going to do to stay close to your clients and stay in contact with them, and having a very laser focused plan that you put into action to make those things come to fruition. So we've seen this throughout Ignite. So what is this called? Anybody remember what this is called? What's this picture called? This is your lead gen model. So what's the difference between a lead and a contact?
You've talked to the contact.
Information.
A lead is someone who's interested in real estate.
What's
Intelligent.
contact?
Oh, they say contact. It's, you talk to them,
Mhm.
but you have a two-way conversation
And
about real estate,
You have permission. to-
and you have permission to follow up.
correct. Yes. So you see how the lead capture comes in. They go in your database. Leads form relationships, contacts, you strengthen existing relationships, and then you step 3 is you prepare those contacts for conversion. So you can kind of see how that's just this constant cycle. So there's the definition. You have the right to have a conversation, and a contact you've engaged in a two-way conversation. It's a value-based relationship. A value-based relationship has been established. Okay. All right. Next.
These don't really match up together.
Okay, who wants to read that for me?
Focus on building relationships and take market share.
Okay. They're not in order. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get this.
I think this one goes with
This one goes with this one.
this.
This, my slide 21 goes with
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Bear with me, guys, trying to get all these into here together. See, they don't even have some of the slides that I have. Huh. Yeah, I don't have some of the same slides I have.
No.
Because there was a really great slide on mine.
I can go forward and see what's.
Yeah. There was one really great one.
No, it's still on this one. It's still, this is still on this first page.
Can we take it off slideshow for a second?
You know,
Take it off slideshow for a second.
but it's not sharing. That's how you do it.
Bear with me, guys, because there was a slide on here I wanted y'all to see. Well, I just want the slides on the side.
Yeah, you have to go back to your
Okay, well,
email to do that.
Well, let's talk about mindset. I'll just kind of roll with it because I'm not sure why they're looking in a different order.
Yeah, because
Okay.
this is still on this page.
In their binder, yeah. My slides don't match up with what's in your binder, but that's okay. Okay, I'll read this one. So once you meet your new contacts, you either do business with them immediately or you don't. Either way, once you've met them, you put them in your database and you stay in touch with them forever. So what sticks out to you all in that quote by Gary?
Stay in contact.
Mhm. Anything
Until
else?
There's a court order.
Okay, court order's not in there.
Until they say no. If they don't want to talk to you.
So what sticks out to me right there is the word forever. Forever. Yeah, forever.
Most people don't know what that means.
Because think about this and let's be real
That's
transparent here in this group. And that is, how many times you call somebody like 2, 3, 4 times and they're like, no, I don't think so. No. And then you never call them again. They told you no. That says forever. Like, yeah, I'm your family now. Forever. Forever means forever. So Gary basically says to us, yeah, you're not giving up. Now, there are those people who are like, never call me again. Get me off your list. And you have to respect that, or they're on the do not call list, and yes, we have to respect those things.
I had one tell me she was gonna summon the devil after me.
Yeah.
Called again.
Yeah, that's probably one of those times we take them off the list.
It's like, I only called twice, and this is the first time you've answered.
Yeah, but that says to me thing, words like, brings to mind words to me like tenacity and, you know, a lot of us have gone through the KPA here and, you know, one of the questions there is how long would you go before you, how long would you keep going before you would give up? Never. Forever. So that word and that entire quote is what resonated to me, is that once you put them in there, you keep nurturing them. Because what is the average amount of time that people move?
7 to 10 years.
Yeah. So you've got, they bought and the next transaction, and you've got 7 to 10 years in there. And that can be a really long time. But if you continue to nurture, you never know if that 7 to 10 years is going to be 2 because somebody got a job transfer, or it's going to be 5 because they had a baby and now the house is too small. Or we have a pandemic and now both spouses are working from home and they've got to have a home office. Or life dealt them, you know, a curveball and now they've got to downsize. So yeah, it can be an average of 7 to 10 years, but you get an average of 7 to 10 years because sometimes it's 15 and sometimes it's 2. You don't get a 7 to 10 because it's a finite 7, 10. Those averages are arrived at because sometimes it's longer and sometimes it's much shorter. So you have to be in constant contact after the close in order to be ready the next time that door opens. And that is where that emotional proximity comes in. So. So that brings us into, I want to talk to you a little bit more about, when we talk about being, when we have clients who are, I always call it the triple threat, ready, willing, and able. So let me ask everybody here, how many times have you signed up for an email or a text list to get a discount code that you did not use that day or you didn't use in the next month? Or so, like Ann Taylor. Ann Taylor, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play a little game. So everybody raise your hand if you've ever done that, signed up. Let me get everybody. Put everybody
I
up.
have 2 hands.
Put
because
everybody
I've
up there
done
where I
it a
can see
lot.
it. Put everybody up there so I can see it. Okay. Beep.
What's the question?
Oh.
Raise your
mine
hand
go
if you've
back.
ever signed up for an email or a text list to get a discount code. Okay. Now, put your hand down if you've only done that one time, just once. Okay. Put your hand down if you've done it less than 5 times. Less than 10 times.
Instead of pinky up.
Less than 20 times.
Still counts.
No, I keep going.
Yeah, we win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Yes,
And then I say I'm gonna go in there and unsubscribe because I got the discount code.
but I don't because they're gonna send me another one Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday.
so every time you do that, that company put you in their database. Now, the next question is this. How many of those companies did you eventually buy something from them? Because they continually sent you those emails and you would open them, you're like, oh, because they sent you 2 and 3 emails a day sometimes, and you would just open it and see it, and you're like, you know what, I really like, I think I'm gonna buy something. Eventually, it might not have been in a week, and it might not have been in a month, it might have been in a year or something, but you eventually bought something from them because they were constantly sending you emails, and you would open them just to take a peek.
Is it on sale?
Might have been.
Yeah, it's on sale.
Might have been. Buy one, get
Good
50%
possibility.
off. Ann Taylor, you gotta have these dresses. Eventually, you bought
Possibility,
something.
yes.
That's exactly what we're talking about with people in your database. Being top of mind because they just constantly were putting themselves in front of you. So that, and that's what happens with me. And I keep saying Ann Taylor, and that's because Ann Taylor sends me 2 and 3 emails every single day. And there are other clothing companies that send me emails, but not as many as Ann Taylor. And so when I'm shopping for clothes, that's what's in my feed. I click on that and there they are and they're beautiful. And I will just be like, okay, I'll just get it from there because look, it's on sale and it's pretty. I'm gonna get it. Because they are top of mind for me. And every time I think I need a new dress or something, because their emails are constantly in front of me every day, that's where I go first because I'm like, well, I've gotten other things from them. And it was a good experience. That's where I'm gonna go. And they're always in my email. Top of mind.
Their dresses are super cute. You made me look.
And then I wear their stuff in here and what do you say? Oh my gosh, I love that. Where did you get that? So then I refer you to Ann Taylor.
You need an affiliate code.
So that's a referral.
You didn't mention.
So
I was hoping I could Spain.
Not by Amy.
So there's your mind. So Ann Taylor, when it comes to clothing, has taken my mind share. When I think of getting something new, they're the first people I think of. They have the mind share of me when it comes to getting new clothes. And they have weaved their way
They are
into my
cute.
thought process.
I forgot about it until you mentioned them one day.
Any ahas about that? Any thoughts? I mean, I know the guys aren't thinking about Ann Taylor, but you should.
Yeah, I was wondering, like the amount of touches. Let's say you close with clients, and then for that year, like how do you organize, the different ways that you try to create those touches with those clients? Or, I mean, do you try to mix it up, like a smart plan? You have that going, and you have maybe some text messages, emails. Like, what do you do? I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the 36 touch here in just a few minutes, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we do mix it up. We talk about the whole mix of it. My past clients, yeah, we do home anniversaries and we gather their birthdays and their wedding anniversaries if they're married, and their kids' birthdays. And then we kind of stalk them on Facebook. Like I just had a client whose son graduated from college, so we sent him a gift card for graduation. So, and then we send out all the holiday stuff. And then they get a gift at Christmas. So they get a Christmas gift. But we're gonna go over a 36 touch, and yeah, we're gonna talk about leveraging smart plans, because that is gold for you, because it just makes life easier, and it's a touch, and you're staying that top of mind like we talked about. You're gonna learn how to leverage that through command. I think the last time I counted up, because like I think one of our smart plans, our birthday smart plan, I believe I have to count it again. I think it's 5 touches. It's either 5 or 6. I have to count in one smart plan. So the last time I counted up, I think we touch our people 60 some odd times a year. Yeah. Yeah. And that is using smart plans at a high level. And then we're calling them, and then you have client events. So we're going to go over a 36 touch. And then if you start leveraging the smart plans, that number is going to grow super fast because of all the extra touches that smart plans give you, in addition to this, just the 36 touches that you're gonna do in general, and then the smart plans give you even more. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Great question. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the goals. So your goal with the contact and with messages is to do 2 things. It's to build a connection and to elicit a response from the contact that puts you into a dialogue with them. So we talked about convert those leads and contacts to close business, staying top of mind. Go back to that slide. Sorry. I'll go back to that slide for a minute. So the NAR talks about what?
This one.
How do I go back?
Just the arrow.
The arrow, one more.
Okay, I want y'all to see this.
That right there is on 12.4 in our.
Yeah, that's the one we.
Yeah, it's right here. So I wanted y'all to see this slide. So the NAR statistics will tell you that 74 to 75% of buyers and sellers spoke with one agent before they hired the agent to list their house, or the agent they hired to help them find a house. And only 15% considered more than one agent. So when we talked earlier about that, most folks know between 7 and 8 real estate agents. That again speaks to us needing to be top of mind, and how important building those relationships will be to snagging that business. And that 47% of buyers used an agent referred by their friend. And that increases to 57% with first-time buyers. So the collateral benefit of building the relationships with your past clients and with your circle of influence is they're going to refer you to their family and friends as well. What do y'all think about those numbers? Those are some pretty high statistics.
I agree.
I agree too. Okay. So now we're going to devise our plan. This is where we're going to talk about that 36 touch. So previously,
Which one is that?
sorry. Okay. So previously we've talked about communicating with your database. So there's 19 to connect, 36 to convert, and 1 to cement. So you can see up there, it's 4 touches, which is 4 quarterly phone calls. And to do that, we do the DTD2. And for anybody who is not familiar with that, it is 2 letters of the alphabet each week that you systematically call through your database. And if anybody does not have that, I can get that to you. And so our database in Command, we have tags for that. And everybody gets tagged with their DTD2 tag. And then we can go in and filter, and we know who we have to call that week based on those 2 letters of the alphabet. So there's 4. Then you have 12 touches. So you have a monthly email, a newsletter, a market report, and a video. So everyone in our database is on a monthly neighborhood nurture. That's a smart plan. I'll be honest, I want to do a newsletter. It is on my list to start doing a monthly newsletter. I have not gotten there yet. And you can also do a monthly neighborhood update twice a month. There's a smart plan for that too, if you want to send one out twice a month. 2 touches can be promotional direct mail, such as a magnet, calendar, printed market report. Those can be things like, so all of our clients get a Christmas calendar. We do postcards. We just did one for Cinco de Mayo that said, I want a taco about how you're doing. It was super cute. So we did that. And then then you have 1 touch, which is an annual event, a party, a movie screening, a get together. So those are your client events. I know Kellyanne and Kelsey do a big pie giveaway each year at Thanksgiving time. So, and I know it's a huge event that they do.
Ice cream
Yeah.
social.
So you can get super creative with that. Then there's 36 to convert. So there's your 4 touches, your telephone calls. You can do 26 touches, which is a biweekly email offering some type of information of value to the consumer. 2 touches, which can be events, get-togethers, or parties, and 4 touches, promotional direct mail, such as a magnet, calendar, market report, etc. And then 1 to cement, a high-value touch that solidifies the relationship you have just established and opens the door for future transactions. So things that I do, I mean, I'm going to tell you that Pinterest is a plethora of ideas on pop buys. We're getting ready to do a big 4th of July pop buy. We do a postcard, and then we have these cute little red, white, and blue fans because everybody's going to be outside at cookouts. And we just copied something off of Pinterest, printed on postcards. It has our business card on there. And we tied the fans to it. We'll do that. People have done the little freeze it pops. And I did one with curly straws one time and Kool-Aid and said, don't lose your cool in this market. And you just type in real estate pop by ideas. You can do the postcards, you can mail those. We do, and I stole this from Matt Brown. They do just listed, coming soon, just sold postcards, and we do them in the neighborhoods where we've had homes listed. So they're getting they're getting a postcard, at a regular interval every time you have a home in their neighborhood. I think of some other ideas. Micah said they just did an ice cream social. We do Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas,
Patrick.
4th of July. We do St. Patrick's Day, which we did do a big mailing on St. Patrick's Day, and we put $1 scratch off card in there, pot of gold scratch off cards. Everybody in our database that we have birthdays for, they get a birthday card from us with $1 scratch off in it.
We did Easter ones with like, early the peeps or whatever.
Yep, Micah and them did Easter with peeps in it. So there's all kinds of really cool, creative ways you can stay in contact. But at the end of the year, we print off a calendar, and it's just a monthly calendar, just a basic black and white blocked off calendar. And then we plan what we're going to do each month for a pop by and events. And then that way we can plan and know what supplies we need to gather and how many weeks out we need to start planning so that we have everything kind of lined up. So the other thing I do is I have a raving fan box that I mail out quarterly, and it just shows up on their doorstep to thank them for any referral. I just am thanking them to say, thank you so much for thinking about me. And it just has a little something in there from local businesses that I put in the box, and it just shows up on their doorstep saying, thank you so much for thinking about me. Mhm.
Is that something you mail out or you just hand deliver? Or you
If
have a
it's,
local business
if it's
store?
far away and I think I can't get there, I will mail it to them. Otherwise, I drop it off. And it's in a little box, and the lid closes. It's a white box. It has my sticker on the lid, and they're cute little crinkled paper. And I've gotten stuff from Buff City Soap and Denizen. And I usually make it for the season. So Valentine's Day, it's got candies and things in it. And the spring has gardening things in it. And in the fall, I did some barbecue sauce and some napkins and some because usually people are having like Labor Day barbecues and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about smart plans a little bit. So in Command, we have a smart plan library, which is amazing. You just go in there. If you'll just go in there and nose around a little bit, you will find a smart plan for everything. So I will send you, so I have one for my family that they get every month, and they get tired of getting it. But even if you're having a bad day, you just go in there and read it. It'll make you laugh. They get it once a month, and it is to remind them that you're a realtor. And so they never forget. And then it says, P.S. Yes, I forget the wording. Yes, you're going to get this every month. So you can never say you didn't remember I was a realtor. And then P.P.S. Yes, I am going to keep sending this to you. So you can never, ever, ever say you forgot I'm a realtor. And so my family laughs, and every now and then I get a text that says, can you please take me off your mailing list? I'm like, no, because we're family, and this is what family does. So they try to get off the list, and they can't, because Gary Keller said, you're in my database forever. So, so those are just some ideas. What's everybody else doing for touches? So many other than Harlan.
Yeah, I was curious about, I guess I need to learn more about the smart plans. I've been doing the neighborhood nurture. It seems like I kind of do that with most of my contacts when I get a new contact. But yeah, I definitely want to learn more about these different smart plans for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. So do you have a Facebook page for all your past clients?
So I have a Facebook like my own or like the business page, and then I have with the clients, I'm friends with them on there.
That's another great idea. You can make a group for all your past clients, and you can make really cool posts on there. Just so that you're kind of loving on them through that Facebook group. And I have a Facebook group for all my past clients, and I love on them through that. So that's a really cool idea. And then when I'm having different events, or I might just say, hey, meet me here for a happy hour. I'll buy you a beer. Sorry if nobody drinks, but yeah, I buy them a beer. And it's just for past clients. So it kind of feels like it's their own little exclusive little club they get to be a part of. And then, hopefully it creates a little FOMO, because if they say, hey, what are y'all doing? Say, oh, we're going, so where are you going there for? Oh, well, Tammy invited us. Oh, well, how do I get in on that? Well, gotta be a client. So it's kind of a little exclusive little club they get to be part of. So what are some other ideas for touches? Client events are big, but a lot of the touches that you can do, including smart plans, but outside of smart plans, a lot of the touches you can do, they're not expensive. They're just sweat equity. Another really cool idea are drinks in the driveway. Like you just ask a client, hey, can I come host some drinks in the driveway at the end of your driveway? And you take popsicles and you take coolers and you just set up a card table at the end of their driveway, and it lets them meet their neighbors, because people stay in their houses now. Nobody comes out, especially if they live in a cul-de-sac. Nobody comes out and just hangs out. And you say, I'm going to show up and do everything. And you just show up at the end of their driveway and have drinks in the driveway. So that's a really cool little micro client event. So
I love that.
yeah, people love that. I've done it twice in my neighborhood.
I'm thinking like, I have a lake listing. I think something like that would be perfect.
Yeah.
For that.
Because I will say, I love the idea of big client events, but I kind of like the micro events where I get like a smaller group together and I can love on them a lot, instead of, you're talking to this person, you're like, okay, I gotta go because I got 50 other people I gotta go talk to. And they don't necessarily feel like, maybe I spent a copious amount of time, or I really wanted to talk to Tammy, but she seemed like she was so busy. Right? I like the micro events a little bit better, where I get just a little group of them together and then I can love on them. I'd rather do 10 small events than one huge event myself. That's me. So
I like that better. It's more personal, I think.
So, well, and I kind of have a little gift for gab. So some of the problem is I can't stop talking to them and move to the next person. So a lot of it's my fault. So, but if I have smaller groups, then I can spend a lot of time talking to each person. So,
Your reverse bowl 500 with the office hostess.
yeah, the reverse
Yeah.
bold 500. Yeah,
You
there's,
can market that as your own event.
you
not really
can.
a office.
Yeah, you can do a reverse bold 100. That's another really great. 500 we did as an office, but you can do a reverse bold 100. You can get your lenders to sponsor a really cool prize, and you market it, and they have to call you between the hours of like 8 and 4, 9 and 5, whatever you set. And you have, your guidelines, like they have to talk to you, and to get entered, they have to give you all the pieces of information you need for your database, and then you draw it live on Facebook. And you get your vendors to sponsor the prize.
I door knock businesses.
Yeah, Cindy door knocks businesses.
Kind of a
Yeah.
100 on businesses.
Yeah.
And you get much more. Because if you walk into a bank, you're going to talk to their loan officer while you're there. you're also gonna get inquiries from other people in the bank.
Mhm.
People, customers waiting and, you know, they'll reach out and they're like, hey, can I have your card? So I gave, it was about 250 cards away the last time I did it. So,
I also do the 555 on Facebook. And I mean, and that's just not necessarily, it does build relationships. It's not necessarily, I mean, because let's face it, I mean, we're not close friends with every single person on Facebook. I mean, I'm not, I mean, I have 3,600 friends or whatever on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know all of them personally. But every morning I get up, I say a personal happy birthday to every person that Facebook says, oh, Micah and 6 other people have birthdays today. Okay, well, and I will wish all of them happy birthday. But I will share 5 things, comment, like 5 things, and comment on 5 things every day on Facebook. So just to make sure that I'm present on Facebook, and especially the comments, and because then you're top of mind, that that people see that you're engaged with Facebook and you're engaged with them. Any ahas? Any questions? Man, I'm early. We got a lot of talking to do, guys.
Actually, I have a question to circle back to the events that you were talking about with the reverse bold, or like right now I have a lender who I've kind of thrown some business his way with some of the leads I have. And so we're kind of developing a relationship, and, we talked about getting together and kind of coming up with some ideas of working together in the future. Have you done anything like what would be an ideal situation? Like try to plan an event with the lender, or try to, I don't really know the next step to take with that.
You could do an event. If you want to do an event, I mean, you can do, an event at, I'm just gonna throw some stuff out there, like at a pizza place, where he is kind of mingling with people and getting to know clients. I mean, if you want to do it with past clients, then he's mingling and helping you sponsor that event. You can do, I mean, we have, here in Louisville, we have Louisville Bats. So you can get discount tickets. He can help, I mean, they can help sponsor any type of event, whether it's sponsoring the prize for a giveaway, helping to sponsor, an event at a restaurant. A lot of people do the movie events where they get the theater and they do a movie. But you can do lenders, you can get an inspector, you can get a title company, and they can all kick in and help co-sponsor an event for you, to where, your ideal situation is you're really not out any of that money as you build those relationships. We've done mimosas and mortgages, where it's a morning thing where they kind of get up and talk about the, mortgages. And it's a breakfast and they've had mimosas there. We've done a happy hour at a pizza place here. And we had an inspector and a lender there. Those were the only 2 that we had there. And they mingled around and just, talked to agents and people about their mortgage programs that they had, that they offered. And they sponsored that event. And then Kenny can talk about, you just had a lender sponsor an event about their Cash to Keys program. Yeah, and it was was it for mainly first time buyers, or was it for everybody?
First time,
Yeah,
and it was also for buying in interest rates going up,
yeah,
how to deal with that as well.
okay.
Yeah,
and your lender came in and sponsored it and gave away a gift card and,
Yeah, they took
Yeah.
care of the whole bill.
yeah. Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
So, one of the things I do in Command is I have a tag. So when I tag my clients, every vendor that was involved in that transaction gets a tag. So it's, so John and Sally Smith buy a house, and whoever the lender was gets a tag. Whoever the inspector was gets a tag. Whoever the title company was gets a tag. And at the end of the year, I will filter. So if my lender was, Mark Smith, I will filter Mark Smith. And then I will see how much business did I give Mark Smith this year? So let's just say I gave him $4 million worth. It's like, oh, hey, Mark, let's have lunch. So then Mark and I say, hey, we had a good year. So I'm doing my budget next year for client events and giveaways. And I need to see how we are going to partner and, what I can count on you for as far as helping me sponsor these events and And we did this much business together. And Mark's probably going to step up because he knows how much business I send. And the same thing with your inspectors and your title companies, they know. And you use that to budget for the next year. That's what I do. And I had someone teach me that.
The only issue I have with that is I have so many people coming inside of Creative that doesn't have to switch. So I have Joe Lowe down here that they work with. I feel like that's my struggle right now. We're trying to get that. Like I have certain members that I love working with that I want to guide my buyers to. When they come to me already approved and we're like, hey, I went through this with this, I'm not changing. I feel like that's a little bit of a struggle for me right now.
Yeah.
With doing that.
Well, and then you just have to, if you already have buyers pre-approved and yet you have that lender who helps sponsor that event, you kind of have to just, in my opinion, keep that in the back of your mind. That's like, hey, I know he's kind of helping. So I need to send some business his way because he really helps sponsor some events. And you also have to remember that's in retro because you sent that amount of business. They're kind of paying it forward. Yeah. Too. That's how I look at it. That's me. I mean, other people may not do it that way. That's what I do. And that's what somebody taught me to do. So there's probably 15 other ways and 150 other different opinions. And other people may say, I don't feel like that's correct to do it that way. That's just what I do.
No, I like that. I love it.
Yeah. You may talk to other agents and I'm like, I never do that. It's like, okay. And I just say, what can I count on for? And they may say $100. It's like, oh, okay. Well, then I guess if I'm gonna send you $4 million and you're gonna give me $100, well, I need to reevaluate this relationship. And that's a decision you have to make. And that's was taught to me as well. So, we'll sit down and do our planning for 2023 as far as pop buys. And we may, switch it around a little bit, but we will sit down and do our planning for 2023 and pop buys and events and things like that, probably around October. We'll get kind of a loose idea and then we'll start tightening it up. So that we know, okay, in February, here's what we want to do. In March, here's what we want to do. So that we can get an idea of like how big we want it to be. And then we're all squirrels. We had an idea and then I saw a picture of this other agent who did this amazing thing and I was like, oh, we need to do that. And it's like, no, we're not going to do that. because you see all these amazing things that other ideas that other agents do. You're like, that's so amazing. We should do that. So it's going on the calendar for next year that we will do that in the spring. Because I cannot make that happen this year. So. But I will send you to Pinterest. That is one of my favorite places to get ideas for pop buys. Follow other agents. I will encourage you to do that because other agents have, and you know, and within Keller Williams, I will say we are the best, hands down the best at sharing ideas of what works for us. We're also really good at saying, yeah, don't do that. That didn't work. Or that, you know, do that, but to change it this way because this would probably work better because we tried it this way and it didn't work. I think Matt Brown and I had a conversation like after COVID and everybody, a little bit after, like, not the peak of COVID, but kind of as things were settling down a little bit. Some agents did a reverse bold 100 and they had amazing prizes. I mean, they had Blackstone grills or griddles and they would get like 3 people. Well, then we realized everybody was at home and everybody had that stimulus money and people bought what they wanted because they were stuck at home. So nobody was calling in to win something because they didn't need anything. So then there was an agent and they got tickets because it was when we were kind of let out to roam around again. They bought tickets to an event and I don't know how many people called in to get those tickets. So we realized people wanted to get out and go do something. They didn't want more stuff that they were going to stay home with. So it was like, oh, light bulb. So then it was like, don't get something that people need. People bought everything they wanted. People want to go do something. So then we gave away tickets and people gobbled them up. But we wouldn't have known that if people hadn't kind of talked about it and realized nobody's calling in to win this stuff. They don't want it. They want to go somewhere. But I think as a whole, we are really amazing at sharing ideas and what works and what doesn't and how you tweak it and make it better.
And encouraging.
Yeah.
You to use it, not only share, but encourage, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not, there are a lot of people who are, "Yeah, that's mine, I did that, don't do that, I don't want you to copy what I did." No, we are all about, do this, it worked for me, it will work for you. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to share any of the smart plans I use. I know Matt Brown uses smart plans at a high level.
You can share smart plans now.
Yeah, you can share smart plans. You can make your own smart plans. If you have certain ones that you want to send out, you can type your own emails in there. I'm known for kind of going in and kind of changing the verbiage of some of the smart plans to make it sound like me talking instead of very proper English, because I never say hi, I always say hey. So I'm known for kind of going in there and changing my smart plans to say hey instead of hi. Does everybody on here have the D2 call schedule to where you can tag your people so you can make your quarterly calls? Yes.
It's on my bulletin board.
If you don't, I can make sure y'all have that.
I'd say it was harder to find this year.
Yeah. Is anybody using any really cool apps to stay in touch with your folks? Let's talk about apps for a minute.
To be honest.
That seems sketchy.
Yeah.
So I use Sly Broadcast. That's one of my favorites. I don't use it a lot, but I do use it. I use Hit 'em Up. I don't use it as much. I did use it for a while. On Cosmetic Command. Yeah.
It's a perfect
Um,
day.
I think some of the other apps I use, I have like here. I love Slow Broadcast. Do love it. Does anybody know what Slow Broadcast is? If I say one you don't know what it is, just let me know.
I don't know.
Oh, gosh, I love Slow Broadcast.
Slide.
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 That's the wrong one, sorry.
I use Blink to send my business card. It's a free digital business card.
I've got the QR menu on there.
It has a
for
QR on there.
What the app that I use.
Mhm.
And it can just save it.
And I always put something, in case you want to see what my match a face with a voice. Yeah. I will tell you, if somebody, so I will stalk you because I take the word forever literally. And I say I have a little, I have a laminated stalker's card. Hang on here.
Laminated stalker's card.
I do. I have a AAA card and I have a laminated stalker card. I'm legally allowed to stalk.
Where'd you get that?
I made it.
So you.
But where is my
established
little
that yourself.
meme? So I have a little meme. I need to find her. I have to find it.
Oh.
So it's a little cartoon and the little girl has braces. She's pecking on the window. So if you don't respond to me, I will send that to you and go, you alive? And you know what? They either say no, or they say yes. What's that one note I made? To make a connection that opens a dialogue. And I learned that, I think on, I don't think it was Jason Abrams, but it was on one of the podcasts I listened to. An agent taught me to do that. That if they don't do it, send that meme to them that says, you alive? And they will always answer. They will always answer, and they always answer. And literally some of them say, no. I'm like, oh, so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. But I use Slide Broadcast. Usually it's when I just want to do like a mass, like Happy 4th of July or Happy Labor Day. But Slide Broadcast goes straight to their voicemail and their phone never rings. Or if I want to leave just a mass thing about, oh my gosh, did you see that the interest rates just dropped? Or, oh my goodness, did you hear this? Or, just like some blast, but I want it to be a voicemail. And instead of like a text or something like that, I will use Slide Broadcast. And you can make lists in there. So if you have like a list of certain, like your farm or past clients, and you leave a voicemail, and if their phone never rings. Sometimes I use it at Christmas time just to say, hey, we're just about 3 days before Christmas, and I know you guys are super busy, but I just wanted to hop on really quick and wish you guys the best holiday. Hope you guys have all your presents bought and wrapped under the tree, and you guys are relaxing, with a cup of eggnog, or and watching your favorite Christmas movie. Here's to a happy holiday and a great new year, and I will talk to you in 2023. All right, what ahas? You have some more? Please.
You're amazing. Tammy always has great ideas.
My aha is that loafer. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah.
I have not heard that before.
And I'm true confession, I'm a handwritten card girl. So the old Ignite, you wrote cards,
Oh, that's missing. That's what's missing.
but I am a handwritten card girl. Steve, our broker's sitting in the other room and, yeah, I took a $285,000 listing by writing cards and the lady finally said, oh my gosh, would you just come and list my house? Cause I thought that she isn't gonna give up. She literally said, and she held up a Mother's Day card. She said, you just wasn't gonna give up. I just thought, fine, just come list it. I'm like, okay. Okay. I will send you a card for everything,
Forever.
forever.
For everything forever.
Once I get your name, once I get your name, we are connected forever. Yeah. But if I talk to you on the phone, you're getting a thing, you're getting a card. And I actually did a leadership academy last year. And it was a 4-week, once a month for 4 weeks. And I got to be in the room with just some amazing people. And there is a young man in just north of Indy in Carmel, and he tracks it. Actually, I'm going to get him to do a little class on that. And he says his whole team writes 2 cards. I think they've increased it to 5, but 2 cards a day. Blue ink. Has to be blue ink. There's some psychological thing about that. Blue ink. And you write from left to right, and it has to go kind of up just a little bit, not straight, up just a little bit. And it can be for anything. Even if the lady at Starbucks was nice to you, next day you drop her a card off. True. And he tracks it.
There too?
He does. And he tracks. I have to ask him how much business he's gotten from it, but it was a lot. 2 cards a day. Yeah. People just don't get recognized for being nice nowadays. We just don't. We're quick to tell people what they do wrong. But we don't necessarily say, thank you for helping me, or thank you for being so kind, or thank you for being nice. Or hope you have a great day. It goes back to that whole grateful thing. But I'm a huge card girl. So I write a lot of cards. Dylan writes a lot of cards. He just does it.
But I do mine in green ink because green's my color,
He does.
so it might not be as successful.
Yeah, imagine if you did them all in blue ink.
I know.
I know. Have to change it up. So I'm a big believer in cards. I buy a lot of cards. You spend by them at the Dollar Tree, it's $1.25 tree. But if you buy them, buy the 8-pack, because they sell them in 6-packs too. Or you can buy them on Amazon. So I don't want to forget. I always like to put my plug in for cards because I like cards. That's all I really got, guys. Let's talk. I mean, we've got 45 minutes. Let's have relationships. We can build a relationship.
Learning yourself. Or do we
Somebody
have-
tell me something about themselves that I don't know. Share. I'm gonna stop sharing.
I was just gonna go down and see who else is on here, so that way. we
Who
can-
else is on here? Oh, there. What are they doing? She's putting on her makeup. There is. Put on her makeup. I know, look at her. Okay, we're gonna go around the room. So Michael, tell us something about you that we don't know.
I'm at home right now. I don't know if you know that. I see there's
Yeah, we
one.
kind of knew that.
Yeah, I see there's one person at the Excel office. I'm gonna try to get in there on Thursday. Um, can't tell who that is.
Is that Josh?
Is that Josh? Is he tall?
It is Josh.
Ah,
You
there
look
he
like
is.
I called you Sasquatch earlier because it was in
Yeah.
our channel. I said, oh, look at Sasquatch.
So y'all pay attention to this guy. Michael Leary has been licensed for what, like 6 months or so, but he's a full-time teacher. And now he's on summer break. And so now he's gonna kill it while y'all are while he's off. So Michael's doing an awesome job. Glad to
Yay.
be on here.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. Yeah, I'll be in on Thursday, man. I'll be it looks like there's a couple extra seats. I could probably pull one up.
There you go.
Yeah,
You have a private one-on-one with the PC coach there.
that's right. Can't get any better than that.
Hey, Josh, non-guesser, tell us something about you that we don't know. Hmm.
Number one, the lighting sucks here. Number two, let's see, something
we
y'all
know
don't know
that
about
one.
me. I used to play a lot of poker. Okay, so this has nothing to do with real estate at all. But like back in college, when party poker and full tilt and all that stuff was a big deal, like everyone was talking about the World Series of Poker. Like I would play a lot of poker. And I'd make a lot of money playing poker. That's a fun story. I won a couple tournaments and a free trip to Vegas and all that jazz. So anyways, that's a little bit about me that you didn't know. Poker.
Love it, love it.
Hey,
Okay,
hey, Josh, I think we need to hit up maybe Vegas in the future. I actually won a tournament in Vegas. It wasn't very big. It was only like a 10-person tournament, but it was a lot of fun. I like playing poker as well.
Nice. Well, Thursday you said you'd be in the
Y'all should
office.
do like a
So
poker
we'll bring
tournament.
poker chips.
We'll just, yeah, there we go.
you all should do a poker tournament thingy up there. Like you could do like a client thing. See?
Ah,
Boom. That's a wonderful idea.
I like that. Josh, we gotta do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Done. Consider it done. Give me your money
Wouldn't that be
and
fun?
buy a house.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, Heartland, Dylan, tell us something about you we don't know, other than that your favorite color is green.
I went to Vegas and I threw up before I got in the Uber.
Okay. Okay, Kenny, tell us something about you we don't know.
No. I'm a chef,
Like train?
Yeah.
Like you have
real life
license?
chef,
Real life or
real
like,
life chef, yeah.
really? You got a card that says so?
College degree.
You do?
Yeah.
Shut up.
So why are you not making us lunch and bringing it?
How about-
Why are we like eating like
How
ham
about that?
sandwiches?
I only make fancy stuff.
I can eat fancy stuff.
Hey, news at 11 on this. Okay, we will get back to y'all on this.
So you didn't know that?
Oh, but we do now, and now we can't unknow it. Cat's out of the bag, or you know, the filet mignon's out of the bag now. Yeah. All right, Miss Micah. Can't top that, can you?
I
Yes,
don't
you
eat
can.
pork. Don't talk about food. I don't eat pork. I don't know. You've got me on a food brain
Oh
now.
my gosh.
I have a very short attention span. You get me on one thing and that's where my brain stays until it goes somewhere else.
Oh, I did not know that about you.
Yes. But you did.
Actually, I did.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Who's
I actually have a
next?
question.
Yes.
So, just listening to this, one of the big ahas I got was to not give up and to keep, reaching out to people. Is there a point? Because there's like people who I've talked to maybe like one time through Zillow or one time through a referral. There's been 2 referrals that I've gotten. They've responded the first time, and I've, kept hitting them for like months now, calling, texting, leaving them messages. Like, is there a point where you stop, or what do you suggest doing to, grab their attention to finally get them to respond? Because it's not like they're saying no, they're just straight up ignoring me.
Keep calling them.
That's the great little, are you alive?
Yeah, are you live? I'm gonna send you that name, Lauren. Put your number in the chat. I'm gonna send you that name. That's what I do. Are you live? Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you.
I do. I'm serious. I really do. She's the cutest little thing, and she's pecking on the window. And they'll be like, "What? What?" Yeah.
I have one that I send,
What do you send?
have you been getting my text? I would really love to help you find your next home,
Yeah.
if it's a buyer.
I've sent someone the hello song from Adele.
See? Because sometimes they'll just get they're like, oh my gosh, they just get a kick out of it. But yeah.
Did you see that or anything?
Yeah. Hey, Lauren, I'm experiencing the same thing. And I'm not going to give up. Like at least once a week, I'm hitting them with either a text, email, phone message, and I'm just going to keep on them until they tell me to stop. That's
Try
kind of
different times a day too.
Yeah, try some different times a day. That would be a good idea because they just might be, at a point where they can't, and then they may like, oh, I need to call her back and let her know we're not looking anymore. We're still looking, and then they forget. And send them a couple. So like send them like just a little meme like of like whatever next holiday's coming up. If it's Father's Day, say, hey, not sure if you're a dad, but want to wish you a happy Father's Day. Hope you have a great day. They may even just send back, thank you. So there it's like, ooh, she's not asking me anything about real estate. She's just saying, hope you have a great week, Father's Day weekend. Whether
Okay.
from a dog dad. Yeah, just something that's not real estate related at all.
Okay,
Try
thank
that.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Who else wants to tell us something about what we don't know? Where's Jaden Crow? Jaden Crow.
And then know something about you. I'm getting him over here. Get over here.
Nina and Maggie. Who else do we have on there?
What?
Something about you.
Hey, Jaden.
Hey, how's it going?
Matt Oler.
Who?
Hey, all right.
What is it you want to know?
Oler.
You better
Tell us
believe
something we
it.
don't know about you.
Something you don't know about me. Shoot, I don't know.
We like to do when you're not. Even when you're an infant,
A what?
you weigh all your food.
Oh yeah, I weigh all my food out like a crazy person, and I track it all.
Oh. I weigh mine out too.
I don't have enough dedication.
Yeah, I weigh mine too, Jaden. It's just after I eat it. So, okay.
Now you know.
Who's next? There you go. I'm gonna write that down. Matt Aller.
Oh,
Who's
Matt.
next?
I heard my name. What's up?
Matt thinks he's gangster.
Does he?
That's right. You better believe it. All right, you want to know something about me y'all didn't know?
Yeah.
Let's see. I really don't know what to tell y'all here. Yeah, I used to wholesale properties actually. So this is like my second real estate job, kind of.
I thought you sold campers.
I did sell campers too.
He
He was also a fireman. He
You were a
worked at Chick-fil-A.
I was a lifeguard, a firefighter. I did all kinds of stuff.
Worked as a gun salesman.
Like Baywatch, like some Baywatch stuff, like Baywatch.
I can see
For
now.
one, you better believe it. Are you
Running down the
kidding
beach
me?
in slow motion.
They have an entire calendar of me. It's just 12 months of Matt. We sell them actually. I can get you the link.
Okay, make sure I get one.
Everyone
okay?
in his family is what bought it, right?
Mostly, yes.
We need a
Neighbors
case of
too.
those.
I'm pretty decent at sales. I just knocked on doors until someone bought it, like door to door, like fundraiser style.
Well, there you go. Hey, well, we need some help selling a camper here, and Nicole, my admin's got a camper. She'd sell it.
Holler at me. We can make it happen.
Hey, I'll have her call you. All right,
Sounds like
who's
a plan.
next? Who's Miss Maybelline there? Courtney.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Hold on. I'm coming in there. Say hi. I'm Courtney. Let's see. No. My favorite animal is an alligator. I have 2 alligators tattooed on my body.
My favorite animal is an alligator too, because my team is the University of Florida. You're my person.
Oh my God, I love you.
I love you too.
I've been there.
Just do it like this where y'all can equal it, like each side of the heart.
Wait till she sees my house with all the alligators in it.
Who's next?
Okay, I'll go. So, I am from Illinois. What else? I
What
have a
part?
fetish with popping pimples, so that's like a weird thing about me. But there you go. Like,
What part of Illinois, so I make sure I never go there?
well, I don't live there anymore, but it's too late. It's already in my blood.
Maggie.
I'm Maggie, and I've been a stay-at-home mom the past 5 years. So, yeah. That's that.
Now she's out in the big wide world. I'm so excited for you. Okay, who's next? This is fun. Somebody else. Selena?
Yeah.
Y'all making me call you out?
Unmute. I was trying.
It's like, dang it, Tammy.
Yeah. Anyway, the one thing that you guys don't know about, well, other than Cindy, but is I am licensed for property, casualty, life and health insurance as well.
Did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh my gosh. I'm writing all this stuff down. So cool.
And she'll remember it forever.
I will, just like my database, forever. So, okay, who's next?
I'll go. My name is Brad. I'm on Josh's team. Something a lot of people probably won't know about me is a lot, but I enjoy to barbecue and cook. I'm not a professional chef like my man over here, but I do like to barbecue.
Man,
I'm just saying.
Write that down too.
I'm expecting food.
I know, it's like,
I'm expecting
why
food.
y'all like keeping all this
It's not pork.
secret?
Just not pork.
You can do a little cooking class.
Yeah. So I see a poker game with barbecue and some gourmet food.
Here you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm saying. We'll come help. Yeah, y'all do your client event.
We can do all of this.
I'm down.
Who's next?
I just need to drink as much as I want.
I see 2 more names up there. Or Lauren.
A fun fact about me is that I'm a diehard Ohio State football fan. I've gone to almost every home game. I think I was keeping track, and I think I've missed 5 or 6, but that's been since the 7th grade. So since 7th grade, I've gone to almost every Ohio State home football game.
Wow. So you didn't like that University of Florida comment, huh?
No, not very much.
Sorry. Well, one of my besties is an Ohio State diehard fan, and I love her too, so I can still love you. I don't have to like you on game day, though. Okay, did I get everybody or is somebody hiding? Don't hide. I think I got everybody. Well, that was fun. All right. Well, we'll finish up a little early. So this afternoon we have Brittany Froge, who's an agent here in our office. She's amazing. You're going to love her. She probably has more energy than I do. So get ready. She's a rock star. So you guys grab some lunch. And we'll see you guys back here at 1 Eastern, noon Central, okay? I'll take those, yes. All right, guys, see y'all in a little bit.